it's Bila Day, and I am back with episode 5. You know what, guys? I didn't think I was gonna make it. Psych. I knew I was gonna make it. I knew I could do this because I am totes dedicated. You know what I mean? Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about the 8 keys to being successful in life. Now, I bet you are wondering, who are you again? Well, I'm Bila Day. I'm glad you asked. Oh, but seriously, guys, I know I'm not in the place that I want to be, and that is fine. This is what I am preaching to people, is to follow through with whatever you want to do in life, to go after what you want to do in life. And I want to be a prime example of that. You are going to see where I start, and then I want you to see where I end. You see, I didn't say hopefully or I'm going to try. You will see me when I get to the point where I want to be in life, till I achieve my own definition of success. But today, in this video, we are going to talk about 8 keys that I feel will help you to be successful in life. Now, keep in mind this is subjective because it's just my opinion, but I do watch a lot of bio pictures. I do, read a lot of success stories. I'm always interested in how people start somewhere and then how they end up, getting to a place that they want to be. Now, something that I am definitely doing is I am going to follow these steps as well. And let me rest assure you, it is not always the easiest journey when you're going after what you want in life. I will be honest with you, to simply just make this video, it was a struggle. And I'm keeping it real because it is so hard. And I know what I want, and I'm gonna go after it, and I'm tired of just sitting back and dreaming. I'm ready to live it. And this channel is gonna be a part of that dream as well, because I have always wanted to do YouTube, and I did a channel in the past, but you know what? One of my keys is actually going to tie into that as well. But all right, guys, let's get into these 8 keys to being successful. Okay, for some reason I keep wanting to say to having success. So yeah, whatever. Let's try that again. All right, guys, I'm about to tell you, drum roll please, the 8 keys to being successful in life. Yay! Number 1 key is finding your purpose. What is it that you want to do? Now, this can definitely vary. I mean, you could probably, your purpose is having a family. Your purpose could be to travel. Your purpose could be to have a career. Now, these steps may lean towards someone trying to find something that is going to be more of a career for themselves. But I feel like you can apply it in different aspects. It just depends on the way you look at it. But anyways, so let's say you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what is my purpose? What do I want to do? A couple suggestions is, 1, what do you have a talent in something? Is there something that you can specifically do that you feel like just comes natural to you? Or is there something that you're passionate about, like something like you really like doing? Or is it something that's a hobby? Maybe you can look more into that, turning into something that could be lucrative. So there's a bunch of different options, but ultimately you want to look into what is going to make you happy. The second key, create a plan. Now, what I would suggest is you can start by writing down the ultimate plan. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, write that down. Then you can write down smaller goals that are going to help you achieve it. Because, of course, depending on what you want to do, it's probably going to take some time. So if you create goals, you can actually, you can set the goals to where, you know, these are weekly goals, or these could be monthly goals, or it could be daily goals. You know, it really depends on what you're trying to do. And I can't dictate that for you. That has to be your judgment and what you feel will fit best with what you're trying to achieve. Now, whenever you write down your goals, I do feel like it helps you to physically see what you're trying to achieve. So it's like putting it on paper. It's putting it in the universe, almost like in stone, saying, I am going to do this. Now, also think about the fact that when you're writing down what you want to achieve, you are also taking control of your life, and that is already making you productive and getting you ready to go in the right direction. Keep in mind though, whatever you have written down, you are making a commitment to it, okay? It is a commitment. And also think about it, whenever you make a commitment, the motivation will come. So if you do have any worry or hesitation, like, okay, I'm writing this down, but maybe it'll happen, I'll try to make it happen. No, it needs to be your objective that it's going to happen. There's no try, there is do. The third key is being consistent and persistent. Now, you have to make it a mission that every day you are doing something that is getting closer to your goal. You're going to be starting at a point where you may know nothing, where you have very little knowledge, where you are considered an amateur, and that's perfectly okay. Because every time you're doing something that, you know, is a goal you're trying to achieve every day, or just, you know, you're trying to build and, you know, to build your talents, to build your skills, that is getting you closer to where you want to be. Because if you just do nothing, or if you fall off, then you're only going to get further from where you want to be. Because if you start something and you don't keep doing it, eventually you're just gonna say, whatever, what's the point? But you have to know. And it goes back to, you know, the other key, which was, you know, when you create the plan, you have to make that commitment. If you make the commitment, you're going to be motivated. If you're motivated, you're going to want to do something every day to get you there. And for example, it could be things like taking pics because you want to be a photographer, drawing every day because you want to be a better artist, or like me, making videos every day until that one video hits. But either way, you just got to be doing something. Key number 4. Now, you have to eliminate any distractions. Now, if it helps you, you can write down what you know is a distraction, maybe post it somewhere, or, you know, tape it or tack it somewhere in your room, or maybe write a memo on your phone, which probably your phone is one of the things that's super distracting. But whatever the case may be, you have to stay focused, and you have to put the distractions aside. So whether it's your phone, whether it's watching TV, whether it's hanging out with your friends, you know, whatever the case may be, because it may be hard. You know, it's just like when you're starting a diet. You know, you're like, I'm used to doing things this way, now I'm changing it up and blah. But you have to think about the end goal. Even if you have to go back to that plan and look at everything and say, well, you know what? This is going to be worth it in the end, and it has to be worth it to you for it to work. Key number 5, be patient. Be patient with any goal you're trying to accomplish, especially if you don't get it right the first time. Be patient with yourself. Take one goal at a time. And you just have to remember from key number 3, the consistency, that this is going to be a process. Working hard, it's always a process. Nothing is going to just happen overnight. Now, you may have moments where you get overwhelmed or you feel burned out. And let me tell you this, it is okay to take a step back from what you're trying to do. It is okay to get your mind right, to be refreshed. I encourage that because I honestly use this step a lot because I have to be patient with this process. Because if I'm not, it's not going to work. And I take moments where, if you know what, today I wanted to film, but I just wasn't feeling it. And I've noticed that's helped me because I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm letting myself know this is what you're going to do. You're going to do it. You just need to cool off. You just need to get your mind right. And that's okay. But always just refer back to that plan. Know what you want to do because it's going to happen regardless. Key number 6 is to focus on learning and not your results. Now, when you create a curiosity about what you're doing, when you research, when you're wanting to gain knowledge to, better build your talents, to gain more skills, you're not going to be focused on, for example, how many views I'm getting on my video. Now, I am a sucker for constantly checking, but I also think in my head that I just started. Like, I'm starting from ground zero here. So it's not going to happen overnight. So just try to just dig more into what you're wanting to accomplish. Learn things that relate to what you're doing. Maybe learn things that are not necessarily related, but can definitely be helpful to you in the process. Because when you just focusing on the results is just going to make you more frustrated. And then also, as you're learning, you can maybe take a step back from your goals. And maybe there is something that you need to learn about or a skill that you need to have in order to complete those goals. And it's always good to just learn and not worry about. Number 7 is know your worth. Know what you are capable of doing. Know the skills and talents you possess are good enough to get you where you want to be. Do not create self-doubt. Do not limit yourself. Do not count yourself out of the race before you've even got a chance to run. Because people can feel your energy. And if you're thinking, well, maybe I'll get this, hopefully they'll like me, or what's so special about me? I know I can't do this, but hopefully they see it. If you give off that positive vibe, like, I got this, having that confidence, people will feel that. So even with all the other steps I've said so far, if you don't believe in you, it's going to be very, very hard to convince other people to believe in you. So just ultimately, know your worth. Key number 8. Oh my God. Key number 8 is having a positive mindset. This definitely goes along with knowing your worth, because if you're positive about yourself, the positivity is gonna bleed into everything else you're doing. So you have to speak positive affirmations of who you are, where you want to be, and you just have to always look at the solution and not what the problem is, because it's always more positive to do that, to just look at things from how can I get to where I want to be compared to I don't know how to get there, And, like I've spoken in another video about positive affirmations, but I can't stress it enough. If you tell yourself, I will be this, I will get this job, maybe it could happen possibly where you don't. But again, that rolls back to just being consistent. If you consistently have that mindset, I'm telling you, there's no other thing that can happen for you. You're gonna win. You're going to win. And those are the 8 keys to being successful in life. Did you enjoy it, guys? Oh, I hope you did. Because I know I'm definitely going to be following those. And it's actually funny because as I've been, trying to do my channel, make my videos, since I've made this list up, I keep referring back. I go, when I'm going to a negative mindset, I go, Brittany, you gotta be positive. Or whenever I feel like, okay, I'm gonna do a video. I'm not gonna do a video tonight. I'll do one tomorrow. And then I go, you gotta be consistent. Or if I'm feeling like, oh my God, I don't have any traction. Look at this, no one's paying attention to me. And I go, Brittany, you have to be patient with yourself. And I go, you know what? That's right. So I definitely feel like these steps can be so helpful in getting you to be successful in whatever you're wanting to be in life. All right, guys, we are now to the portion of the video where I am going to read a couple of lines from the lyrics that come from the song that relates to our video. Well, relates to our topic today. And the song I chose is Glorious by Macklemore featuring Skylar Grey, I believe. Yes, it is Glorious by Macklemore featuring Skylar Grey. And the reason why I chose this song, because today we're talking about the keys to being successful. And within these keys, it is, having, creating that plan, being consistent, being patient, and ultimately, it's just going after what you want and then just having these attributes that are going to help you along the way, okay? And I feel like this song is about going for what you want and not allowing anything to stop you. So the lyrics read as follows. I got a new attitude and a lease on life and some peace of mind. Seek and I find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, grab the keys to the ride. And ish, I'm straight. I'm on the wave. Get out of my wake. I'm running late. What can I say? And I think that's like a motivating song. Even just like, I love the balance of, Macklemore when he raps and then Skylar Grey when she sings. And I think she has a very beautiful voice. So I really enjoy that song. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to the playlist that I've created. So if you haven't checked it out, I do. So each of the episodes that I've done, I just went ahead and put those songs in that playlist. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and do so. Alrighty, now we are going to move on to what I want to add onto my videos is shout outs. I hope you don't mind me doing these shout outs. Well, you know what? I don't care because I support my friends. But okay, so one of them, and these are actually two that were in my third episode that I talked about, but I'm also going to give them a shout out in this video as well. So one of my friends, his podcast name is Dre Day, all day, every day. Go ahead, check out his podcast if you have not. He is super funny. He keeps it real. And I love that he has a variety of topics that he talks about on his podcast. So sometimes he gets philosophical. Sometimes he talks about pop culture. Sometimes he talks about politics. And sometimes he just simply talks about things that are in the news. And then he has his hilarious segment called Soapbox Sunday. And it is so funny. And that's pretty much his normal episodes. He does not cuss, right? And then he gets on his Soapbox Sunday and he goes in. So, I mean, if you like raunchy comedy, hearing someone really rant and go in on something that they feel passionate about, then definitely check him out. And then he updates fairly frequently, if not multiple times a week. Normally he does it once a week. So definitely check him out. That is Dre Day All Day Every Day, and I'm gonna have a link to his podcast in the description box below. The other person that I wanted to shout out is my bestie. That's my bestie. Hey. And she has a podcast called Hood Rich Mom. And she basically just talks about her life. And she's super quirky. She's funny. She's animated. And she's just awesome. And she's fun to listen to. So if you want to check her out, you can. Now, I was trying to look to share what the latest episode was, but definitely look her up, at Hood Rich Mom. I'm gonna have the link to her podcast below, so definitely go ahead and check them out. Now, keep in mind, I'm probably gonna be shouting out my friends for a little bit. But if anyone out there watches my video and they have a small business, or if they have a podcast, or if they have artwork, or if they have an inspirational channel, let a sister know. Go to my email, nobakemotivate@gmail.com. Okay? And just simply say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Tell me a little bit about what your business or, what it is about. Maybe like a short little bio. And then I will definitely, post your link. I'll shout you out my video because I believe it was my third episode. I talked about supporting small businesses. I really want to make it a point to do that. So go ahead. All right, guys, this video is wrapping up. Thank you for tuning into my video today. I bet this video is long. I haven't edited it together, but I can tell it's long. And I definitely hope you enjoyed it. I hope these keys, you can apply them to your life. I hope that you are able to, really find use from any of these keys today. And I would also love if you have maybe a key of your own where you're like, hey, you're missing a little key here. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. So go ahead, comment below if maybe you have a suggestion of, hey, this could work as well. Because I'm definitely open to hearing that. And then just having an open dialogue, period. Go ahead. But, guys, once again, you could have been anywhere in YouTube land, but you decided to be with Moa. So I definitely appreciate it. And you know what, guys? We cannot properly end this video until I really let you know what is up. DJ Positive Spin, let them know how it goes. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Rick, keep going. You got to keep going.